大家好啊，我會講多少少英文。How was lunch? Good. So you can enjoy dessert. I cannot. What I'm going to talk. Is it okay if I speak in English? Because there are some English-speaking people here, and I'll go back to Chinese from time to time. 或者是普通话。I'm Kitty Lun. My topic today is, you may or may not have heard about zero friction future. You may be hearing more about it, especially going forward. We're talking about how people communicate. I'll go into detail, but I want to relate that back to the shopping journey because we're having like the top retailers, both online and offline here. So 好汗顏，好慚愧，好驚，因為大家都係專家 and I'm not. So I'm going to bring back the retail journey of the consumers and how we go into the future, into the zero friction future. So I'll spend a few slides talking about zero friction future, but then I'll talk a bit about the mindset, the whole shopping journey of our consumers, and how we as marketers can capture the different kinds of mindsets and how we create our campaigns, because I'm a creative, so I'll go back to that. I do not have a lot of slides, so I can go easily, and I'll be slow. So, hello, I'm Kitty. Kitty Lun, Facebook, 所以可以 friend 我嘅。Okay. Let's have a look at our consumers. What her day is like, or what your day is like, because you and me, we are all consumers, right? So we get up every morning. So what do you touch in the morning? The first thing that you touch? Your phone, right? You probably check your emails. You work in multinational companies, and there are a lot of emails accumulated overnight. And probably you go to your Facebook page, because a lot of interesting things are happening there, the dogs and the cats and the babies. Maybe you want to have some transportation available to you while you are still in bed. You may want to buy something already. I've actually bought a lot of things or did like a lot of payments in like unusual areas with my mobile phone. So all these things are happening. You may check on some news, your favorite news stations. So all these are happening today, to you, to me. And we all know that everything is available in our hand, in our palm. However, along the way, when I say zero friction future, you do have friction, because when you go in and out, when you want to go to OpenRice, I saw OpenRice earlier, and you want to book something, what do? You get out of one platform to another, you log in, and then you search, and then you do all that, and then you come back and you want to check some news, and then you log on, and then you get out from one, and then you go to another, and then you want to check your Facebook, you get out, and then you go in and they ask you for your password again and all that. So all these things are actually making your journey full of friction. So that's why you're wasting a lot of time in bed in the morning. That's why I'm always late. So in the future, we are really talking about, if there are things that we can do, is trying to make this process frictionless, trying to make sure that you don't have to log in and out, don't have to go inside and outside and all that. So everything will be very smooth so that you can do a lot of things in your palm. You 而家唔係 show 緊我嗰個。誒 ？How come？ No, keynote. What the hell are you displaying? Sorry about the glitches.
好啊，咁啊，我建議呢個時候咧，大家可以做咩咧？上一上個 Facebook， 係咪啊 Kitty？ 食甜品梗唔得啦！你係主菜中嘅主菜喎，我哋主菜都未食完，所以呢個時候大家咧可以上一上 Facebook 啦。咁啊，可能上嘅途中有食到咩疑難啊，或者有啲咩我啲嘢其實一直都想問嘅，咁啊轉頭咧就可以問 Kitty， 因為其實我都預告一下啦，轉頭 Kitty 嘅 presentation 之後咧，咁啊阿 Tom 咧亦都會同 Kitty 咧嚟一個 chit chat 嘅部分，有一個傾偈嘅。咁我哋咧就乘機而家用下 Facebook， 有咩問題咧轉頭間接直接咁樣咧去問 Kitty， 咁啊大家咧亦都可以做一個交流嘅。咁啊而家咧務求咧其實希望，因為見到大家都有影相啊，想大家睇得清楚啲。咁但係 so far 都應該大家睇唔睇到啊？如果雖然可能呢一個 PowerPoint 可能細格啲都 OK 係咪啊？只可以啫。係啦，唔怕啦 ，Kitty 我哋其實最想聽你講啊，呢個 PowerPoint 輔助啫，冇問題嘅。好。
I really don't understand because over here is showing the presenter view and over there over here is the presentation, over there is the presenter view. So you are seeing the next slide before me. So I really don't understand what happened. It never happened before. So we talked about that. Zero friction future. What does it mean to business? When there is a lot of friction in the consumer journey, you may lose your consumers along the way. They may leave you because, like you ask them so many questions and they have log in and log off and all that. So you may lose them while they are on it. However, if you have less friction and then, it's a lot smoother, so they won't leave you, that's all. So if you can strengthen the core experience, then they will be very happy and stay with you, be more loyal, etc., etc. And what is important is we always talk about consumer touch points, your different advertising, your O2O, your online, your offline, all these touch points. In the past, people are talking about like these different consumer touch points so that you have a great consumer journey. However, nowadays, everything is so compressed. I think friends who have been with me last time when we were talking about this, the speed of the future, things are so compressed and so many things are happening. And if you can create a consumer experience that they feel happy in a single touch point, and if it is frictionless, if everything can be so organic and so combined, then you will not lose them. And there are businesses that are very, very good at that. Let's look at the past 2 decades. What happened in the past 2 decades? Mobile has enabled people to a lot of information, to a lot of activities in a lot of places. And this phenomenon has shifted the power. It's all a power play. You just heard from Tom that I worked in the industry for a long time. So at that time, where is the power? Where was the power? The power was actually in the hand of the brands, the communicators, the marketers, the big guys. But nowadays, everything is democratized. So the power actually is in the hand of consumers. So I cannot see the slide, so it may be disappointing. Oh, you're seeing a preview already of the next slide. Okay, so let's go back 20 years. Oops. Let's go back 20 years. In year 1994, I cannot see, so I have to say it here. In 1994, that was actually the beginning of e-commerce. People can actually shop online. At that time, we heard about Jeff Bezos. People were wondering, you know, what was happening and all that. And in year 2000, you know, well, anyway, you were looking at it. I was not looking at it, so you've seen it. In 2004, you know, that was the beginning of Facebook, and then, you know, Apple had FaceTime, and nowadays you have so many different devices that you can use to communicate with people, to communicate with your consumers. We are now living in a disrupted world. Disrupted because a lot of businesses are disrupting. For example, in the finance business, we always hear fintech. That is the most exciting area. So they remove our bank accounts. You can do a lot of transactions, payments. Everything can be done on your mobile. And if we are talking about the auto business, over lunch we were talking about driverless cars. It is not a remote future. It is happening already. And different car companies are thinking of different ways to use technology, you know, crowdsourcing, sharing, Uber, all these new concepts. Everything started from a new concept. And then, you know, you don't have to worry about insurance, maintenance, and all that. So it's a totally different business model. Travel is totally different. I heard that Expedia is here. So, you know, all these Airbnb, budget airlines, they are disrupting the whole industry, and especially retail. In retail, there are e-commerce players, a lot of e-commerce players that are disrupting the business. I know there are a lot of disruptors you know, in the audience. So what is happening? I am so sorry about this consumer experience. Because, I mean, this film is not the most important one, because later on I have examples of different ads that I really want you to see. Yes, the e-commerce is disrupting retail, but we strongly believe that e-commerce is not driving brick and mortar out of business. No, not at all. So that is what, you know, I'm going to talk about. Please continue your dessert. I disrupted your dinner. So please continue. Don't be polite. Okay. So I'm going to spend a little time talk about this shopping journey into the future. And with all these things that are happening out there, you know, there are some things that we can, you know, explore together, study consumers, look at their mindsets, and see what we can do. So this is the next section. While we are all talking about e-commerce and growth is like tremendous and you know, a lot of things are happening. However, 90% of today's purchases, they do take place in brick and mortar stores. But we cannot just say, okay, everything is fine, nothing has changed. Why don't we just, keep going? Actually, a lot of things have changed. Your consumer touch points have changed, and consumer mindsets have changed, and the habits have changed. But it's actually getting very, very interesting. For example, we say brick and mortar hasn't stopped, but we are actually seeing a lot of traffic being driven by mobile, driven by online. 84% of consumers who use digital before or during their shopping, they actually come to the store, so they are in store. They are not mutually exclusive, online and offline. So actually online is driving traffic to the store. Digital is also driving conversion. 40% of the consumers are, there is like higher conversion rate, 40%, among consumers who use devices during the shopping journey. I am sure you have seen your customers in your store checking on their mobile. Well, they may be checking on your merchandise. They may be checking on comments. They may be checking your competitors. They may be checking price. They may be checking the e-commerce sites that are selling the same merchandise. So, however, for people who check, they're more knowledgeable, and 40% of conversion rate increase. Online is also driving order size. And we are talking about 22% higher spend among consumers who use digital. So they spend more. And half of the spend, half of these spend, 25% of those, they spend more than they planned. They plan to buy something, but they spend more. So that's good. And digital also drives loyalty. 75% consumers who say their shopping experience and brand loyalty were enhanced via product information found on social channels. So they check, and then they find, the shopping experience is actually better. So this is a famous consultant in retail. His name is Robert Burke, and he said, when you combine offline and online, offer something exciting in brick and mortar stores that can be replicated online, it will be a success. So what are we talking about? I mean, earlier we were talking about, like I also heard something like pop-up stores and a lot of offline experience. So I've got a few examples here, and they are actually very, very interesting online examples. They include like a concept cafe in a store, you may want to try, or some kind of lifestyle integration, on and offline pop-up shops, and extended brand experience. So we love her, right? You see this picture, what do you think? No, only old people like us know. Audrey Hepburn, right? Her famous movie, that blue. I'm sick. So, like her Breakfast at Tiffany, right? So the movie has been around for a long time. It's like there is a very brilliant idea there, but no one has used it. So actually Tiffany, after all these years, decades, they actually had a concept cafe in one of their stores. And they turned a concept, a very nice memory, into a brand experience and a brand story. And you may say, well, there's only one store. But the power of social media is much bigger than one store. So what happens before and after that pop-up cafe? There were Instagrammers, and there were KOLs, and various people and consumers posting their experience on Instagram. They're all nice photos, because Instagram photos are all very curated. So they're not advertising from the store, but they do look like advertising. So it actually expanded your exposure. And in fact, they were like everywhere, not just in one country, not just in the US, but in different places. So one store experience, you influenced a number of people, but that experience, actually, if you go online and if you go to social media, it actually influenced a lot of people. So nice experience. Another marketer, a retailer, American Eagle Outfitter, they actually have this very unique lifestyle integration. they put a laundromat in the store. And you know, the point really is, what is the value of incorporating service tools for your customers? So, you know, it happens in the store. So what happened? People were crazy about it, and they took photographs, and they even made their own Instagram stories. It should be moving, that Instagram story. And then the middle one, that coffee that they got from the American Eagle Outfitter studio, they turned it into a GIF. You know, the smoke from the coffee came up. Another marketer, Calvin Klein, they joined hands with Amazon, and then they had this on to offline pop-up store. So you can actually, you know, find that sweet spot between technology, value, and then experience. So people are posting. I'll see whether this works. Yeah. So when the experience is amazing, when you go in and actually, you know, have a pleasant experience, you post on your Instagram or your Instagram stories. So this is someone that posted the Instagram story about that experience, turning it into a video. Actually is not the marketer's advertising, so is user-generated content. Okay. So our role as marketer, what can we do? So what I want to do here is to try to introduce some kind of framework for us to start working on. We find that engagement deepens after each visit, but you know, the larger opportunity remains for retail brands to create and seed the intent online. So what we are talking about is you have your unique insights together with your unique physical attributes, and then you can deliver your experience in store, just like Tiffany. So it's very unique, very elegant, and there is this breakfast at Tiffany concept. It's a very, very unique insight, and the store being able to do that, and then they can create a unique experience. So let's start with trying to focus on 3 main shopping insights. Okay. In fact, we have done a lot of studies and research, and we've put your shoppers into different buckets of mindset, you know, when they're shopping. There are people who just do casual browsing, just like you and me. We go into a store, the shop assistant says, "What do you want? What can I help you?" And you always go like, "I'm browsing." It's a casual browsing. I don't know what I want, I'm just browsing, right? But then there are a lot of people who have intent. They try to replenish the milk, the detergent. You're always short on your shoes. You're trying to replenish the shoes that, on top of that 1,000 pairs of shoes that you have. Special occasions, we just had Mother's Day. You know, a lot of people shop last minute, right? So these are the occasions that your shoppers are doing. Do they synchronize with what you experience with your consumers? Pretty much. So these people, they don't just browse, they also check online, they also check on their mobile. They don't just go to the store and grab the milk, but you know, they check online to look for deals. Or special occasions, they just not just go into the store, but look at their mobile and look for options. So what happens is the person who is looking for like something casual, she has no intention. She is trying to see what's trending, what is popular. Oh, purple is the color, okay. And then the person who is looking for replenishing will say, okay, what's effective? What's cheaper? What I can do, what I can be more effective. I go to one place and I can get all these things. And the special occasion is what's desirable, or what my mother thinks is desirable. What can I buy? So in terms of communication, and actually it applies to online and offline. So you can actually provide early bird specials. If they come in early, like beginning of the season, this is trending, so you can buy this at a certain discount, pre-sale, etc. For replenisher, they are looking for a good bargain, sale, promotion, special occasion. They want to get reinforcement. Hey, I'm worth it. So, oh, my mother is worth it. So this is like what they are trying to look for. And for the casual browsing consumers, what you want to do is to involve her so that she is in your story. She understands what's trending. She understands what you are talking about. And she thinks that it's a pretty good idea to go and buy that. Replenish is very basic. Inform me. Let me know what's happening. Let me know where you are, what you are selling, how much are you costing. And for a special occasion, it's like, okay, Mother's Day, I want to buy something for my mother. I check, and I think I'm worth it. They're saying, move me. Give me an emotional connection. So these are just some examples of the different consumer mindsets. For example, the casual browser. I hope it plays. So, yes. That's the discovery stage. So it is a very basic, broad target reach, and you just inform your consumers that, hey, this is happening. So we are talking about like trying to reach a broader audience. When you reach a broader audience, you probably will talk to the people who engage you more and find a look-alike audience, similar people who are also browsing, for example, for colors. So all these colors are available only in stores. And swipe up is a function that you can actually go and whatever you want. I mean, for retail, usually you want to give the location. Again, some of the e-commerce people can actually go there, swipe up, and go to your site, go to your page. And then, all those are good. They're very excited. And they know about all the basic colors, the new colors, and so on. You may want to give more. So you may want to give a final kick, call to action. So show the different colors, but underneath actually is a catalog of the different devices. It's a device called collection. And actually they pick out the colors or the products from the main ad, and then you show it to your consumers. So these are available. And then call to action, limited edition for this season. Come take a look. You can even provide a button for them to take action. Okay. For the replenish mindset, then of course you have to look at what your product is all about, what you are offering, and whether this is the right target for your audience. So people who are looking to replenish, I'm missing that color, I'm missing that lipstick. Okay, so this is the discovery stage. You service that need. Let them know that, hey, you're missing this color. So you better come down and have a look. The map also. Research, because replenisher are very practical, so they want to know what is available. So after that, you can actually show the different shades, give them alternatives. And in terms of call to action, so you're giving them an offer, and again, you can tell them that it's available in store now, and you can swipe up, you can click a button and find out more, the map, etc., etc. Okay. Social occasion, something important, a festival, an occasion, anniversary, birthday. So the discovery stage is you give them the moment, excite them. So it is very like touching because we say we want to make an emotional connection. And then they can browse. Hey, too quick. No, don't go there yet. Well, in the middle, actually, when they browse, this is actually a very, very big and rich one because it's a canvas, and it's coming. And it actually goes very deep and very broad. It explores into the result of the different cosmetics and then gives all the options of the different colors. You can actually search and go down and go horizontal, and you can look at the different products and the prices. There's a carousel in there and different offers. So you can actually do a lot of things, you know, in just one piece of communication. And finally, of course, you know, the map, and they can go to the map, and they can go back and have a look and check out the looks and so on. So on top of that emotional connection, you're actually, you know, making the sale to them. And then, over here on the right-hand side is the messenger bot. You know that was my last slide. Okay. I think messenger bot is one of the most useful tools for retail because it's a perfect customer service tool. You know, when we say customer service, you think, you know, like operators, you think like telecom center. But actually, from now on, a lot of customer service work is taken care of by the bot, you know, by AI. So that is something that has been like moving so fast. And right now, we have a lot of clients using messenger bot already. Airlines and banks are using that very, very well. So your customers will have a seamless experience, you know, asking questions and understanding, and you can understand what they want, and you know, make it a very happy experience. So remember the 3 mindsets: casual browsers, you know, what you are going to give her, your replenisher, because they are in the mindset that it's very practical, and then special occasion. You have to make an emotional connection. Okay? So that's all. I'm so sorry about the glitches, and I'm so sorry that I interrupted your desserts. Thank you very much.